The overconsumption of this one thing is stopping you from getting the success you want in every area of your life. So, before I dive into that, just so you know, I've just created some nice, tasty recipes. If you want a copy, just comment below a thumbs up and I'll make sure you get a copy. All right, let me dive into the main thing. So, excuse the hair, I need a haircut. Um, One of the things that I've seen in the work that I do with the ladies that I help is, and I've fallen victim to this as well, is this excessive overconsumption of just one thing. Okay. So most of you will think, oh, you're probably thinking it's some type of food, some type of drink, and it's actually none of those. Here's what it is though. See, recently I had a discussion with my coach and I was saying, oh, what's going to make March a really good month for me? And I was like, well, one of the things I've noticed was I was over consuming information. Over consuming information. So therefore, I ended up deleting TikTok, as I mentioned in one of my videos, just going back. Um, because often we feel like if we consume more information, then that's actually going to satisfy something that's actually going to move us forward, right? We scroll Instagram, we scroll TikTok, we scroll YouTube looking for answers to the questions that we have. When 99% of the time, it's action that actually is the thing that needs to happen to help you move forward in any area of your life. Will that be fitness, health, nutrition, business, relationship? It's always action. That's the thing. And I realized this the other day that I was losing hours of time to consuming new information. Information that was great for me to understand, but actually wasn't going to really do anything to help my clients or to help me move forward in what I do. And it's really funny, right? Um, I had a client recently who was struggling and she was looking for something new to try because she was like, oh, Greg, hit perimenopause and like the weight's not coming off. And we actually ended up removing a lot of the things she was doing because what was happening was she was doing all the classic things, right? Tracking the food and all the rest of it. But then she was doing none of it well. And then what she was doing was then starting to look, oh, maybe I need to try intermittent fasting. Maybe I need to try this. Maybe I should try the Zoe protocol or whatever it is, right? So we start looking for more data and more information to help us get past the sticking point. And for me, what I've realized is that it always comes back to the basics. Like you just can't beat them. Every time and in every scenario, whether that be your business life, your health, your relationships, it always comes back down to the basics. So one thing that's holding us back is this overconsumption of data. Data is the thing that's killing us. Before, you had to go to the library to, to go to the library and go and get more info. And it was hard work, right? So you only got like two books. Yeah, you only got two books. And actually that was better for us because what it meant was that actually you were like laser focused with your information. You were laser focused. You were on point with the books you had to get to actually learn the thing. Now we can scroll and look at 15 authors telling us exactly the same thing. It's like we often, buy a new book and everyone jumps out. So, oh, I'm reading this new book. It's great information. It's really this, and this. But actually, all you've done is just added another methodology to the one that was potentially already working for you before. How many times have we done that? New book. It's amazing. I'm gonna reread this book. In fact, like, here's the thing, right? If I want, look at this book. It's Mashup, right? for and for everyone else, this book is in a bit of a bad state. Okay, so this book, Success Principles by Jack Canfield, is probably the only self-development book you ever need. And it's interesting because what he talks about, and if you want to me to put the link to the book, I'll put it in below. what he talks about is one of the things. It's brilliant. Where he talks about, you know, expecting to actually have done the thing or get the result, but not having done the work. Okay, and that's often what holds us back. So just just having a little thought that came into my head, um, on the back of many a conversation, which is, what else do I need to do? And often it's a case of stripping it back. But I get it that feels almost hard to do. Oh, I can't just go back to basics. I've gone past there. But here's the one thing you need to remember when you listen back to this call: the experts, the ones who do really well in anything, are the ones who execute the basics regularly and regularly really well. Like all of my best clients have just done the basics week in, week out. And often, it plays tricks on my brain. I'm like, oh, I need to give my client something different to do. Any of the coaches who watch this back will know this, whether that be business coaches or whatever, health coaches, whatever. But you'll see that you think, oh, I need to give them something different to do. And often you don't. It's the execution of the basics. So there's one message: focus more on action rather than consumption. And if you want those recipes, just drop the thumbs up below and I'll hook you up. Speak soon. Stay sharp.